Hello from TE Live, Salam Alaikum. Today here in Uusimaa region studio we'll be having international show. We'll be meeting up a company called Avun Avain. They have jobs related to families' well-being. So if those things are important to you, stay tuned. Hello and welcome to What's the Show, TE Live, Uusimaa region, or should I say Salam Alaikum and Tamlae. Here is Rayan Mohamed and Ahmed Zaki, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Walaikum salam.
These gentlemen are from a company called Avun Avain, and today we'll be talking about very important matters such as family well-being. So let's start with the interview here. I would ask you first, Rayan, how did you end up to Finland and how did you decide to have a company of your own?
Thanks for interviewing in the beginning. And actually, I came to Finland like 10 years ago. Now I'm totally 10 years, and I came through work permit. And once I came here, only 6 months took me in Finland to realize that the social services in Finland really needs us. And that's why it starts from there. So I went directly in the second year to create Avun Avain as a toiminimi. Yeah, and
Yes.
This was the first thing we realized here, we really need to give a different way of support by different backgrounds to everybody. So.
Yes, exactly. So how does Avun Avain work in practical life?
Actually, Avun Avain is a social services provider, and in Finland, the social services actually need to get an extra services from private sector, and we actually one of those private sectors which give this kind of services, like a child protection service, like social welfare services, and it works through an order from a city. And definitely we're working directly with cities, and the city asks us for such cases like, hey, we need some professionals to take care of one family or to take care of a child growing process and so on. And we jump on the families and we do miracles, of course.
Yes, yes, exactly. And so a lot of your workers are foreigners, such as Ahmed here. So is there an idea about this, that actually a foreigner can more easily help another foreigner when you have, for example, the same language and the same culture? So do you have this idea here in your company?
Yeah, definitely. This is one of actually the most important points in our company, that we serve by sama tausta, the same background. As we have seen before, there is really lots of misunderstanding between the service provider and the client, especially if the client is multicultural.
Yeah.
So we focus on that. We understand exactly what he needs or what he means by his question. So it's really making so easily to compare with each other.
Yes, yeah, exactly. And may I add here?
Yeah, of course.
Rayan. Actually, also it does raise up the question that why most of our company partners or in the team that foreigners, because we accept everybody.
That's true.
To do all kind of work that they're able to do, but actually a lot of foreigners that they are able to provide us or to help us with a different kind of flexibility and creativity. That's because they have different background, different culture, and they have faced another culture, and they had the ability to be flexible during a different culture, and all of that mixed together, that did really allow them, and it does surprise us somehow to find out a different people in the teams that are being more creative and all of that. But of course, we are welcoming everybody, Finn or just a foreigner from background or whatever the background they are. But it just actually it does help us more that when we bring foreigners, because it does kind of support us and make our team and our company like the whole company. I consider myself
Of course,
the team, so we all together,
Yeah.
like the whole company to grow more and more. So actually, it's win-win kind of.
Yeah, exactly. It sounds good. So you can offer both steady jobs and jobs for part-time work. And so what kind of contracts exactly you can offer?
As you just mentioned,
Yeah.
both of them, like
Yeah.
we really have like lots of orders from cities and so on, because our actually company giving this special, let's say, care, and we really do it as the book, but also we add our value by heart. And as our company name is Avun Avain, let me explain to people also what Avun Avain means. Avun Avain means the assistant key. So we do have the PIN codes for all families, I guess, and kids. And as you mentioned, we mentioned also our slogan is Equalization on Rikkauta. And this actually, I took it from the Finnish culture. In Finnish culture, there is these words. Lots of Finns doesn't know about it, but I know. So it means that the variety is our actually.
It's variety is like richness. It's kind of
it.
like it makes us
Variety
rich.
is-
Yeah.
And
Exactly. Yes. So, what if somebody wants to work like as a part-time job? If somebody is, for example, having another job or being a student or because of other reasons cannot work full-time. So, how many working hours you could provide, maybe?
yeah, actually, we do have already now people or workers who do have other jobs as a steady jobs and take our job as an addition job for them, to get to learn from us and add also them own value to us, because this is exactly what we need. And definitely we do have, according to the worker himself ability, and we are the most flexible work ever you can find anywhere, because I don't tell you, hey, you have to come at the office at 9 or 10 in the morning. No, we don't do that. But instead, we give you the chance to build on your own calendar. And this one of the stuff what Ahmed loves, of course, and everybody.
Yeah, and may I add here?
Yes.
It's like the kind of work it offer more flexibility in a way that whoever has ability or creativity to do and to find the way to help the case and whatever we got, then we know that the person can do it, you do it the way you want to, and we just kind of supporting and supervising from the top. So it depends on the time, how, the method and all of that. Of course, we have a category into it, but we just kind of give the freedom and the flexibility. So all kind of jobs are working and all kind of times are depending on each person or each employee.
True.
We'll support everything.
Yes. So it can be planned as individuals.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so what are the requirements if we look at the workers that you want here? So when it comes to education, what are the requirements?
The education requirements, we do have actually, like at the moment, 2 jobs are open, and one of them is a family worker, which we actually accept only the people which have a bachelor degree in social services and in health sector. And this is one of the most important actually requirements for us. So if you do have a degree in social science or in health sector, you are more than welcome. Plus that we actually take it so much like serious about if you do have pedagogical studies, for example, does this able to serve me as Avun Avain and serve also customers? And we do this kind of exceptions, definitely.
Yes, and
according to worker and his CV, definitely.
Yes, and what if their degree comes from another country? If somebody has studied, for example, in Egypt, social working, so how do you advise those kind of people?
Definitely, I advised them like the first step of all that to take the equalization process even before you even come to Finland. So like you have to do it.
Yes.
And actually, it's hard even for people who live in Finland to do the equalization. That's true. That's fact. So I can imagine also how hard for the one who lives out, like abroad, how hard it will be. So let's be realistic a little bit. If you have done the equalization the right way and so on, you're more than welcome. And if you really need help on that, may we really help you definitely on it, but I have to mention also that this we do through our own resources, which is really not too much, like through Avun Avain, and the worker himself have to pay for all fees, for the equalization fees and so on. And we have done this process, by the way, many times with many workers. So
it's possible, but it's maybe complicated.
it's
Yeah.
so much complicated, let me say
Yeah.
it clearly.
Yeah,
It's not an
yeah.
easy, and
Yes.
definitely I really need in this process, especially this part, to happen change soon. And this is not my decision, it's actually like the people who can decide, like Valvera or the law.
Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
But for us,
Yeah.
of course, like
Yeah.
if we see some people that they have these kind of intention to do the work and they're willing and they have a good experience, we support them through the whole process until they become part of our team.
Yes, that's good to know. So what if we come back to those people who already live in Finland? Do they need driver's license, their own car, and what are the other requirements?
First of all, I need them to get recognized by the authorities. Because I really got shocked many times that the people even live in Finland for 10 years, for 12 years, and they didn't even got guidance to do the equalization. So this is the first step. What he should have, like a driving license or so on, I don't take it as I don't consider it. He doesn't have to have a driving license. It can help his own job. But in my requirement, no, you can just come without car or without driving license, so it's fine.
And what about languages? Like, how well do you have to speak Finnish then?
This is one of our biggest challenges, actually, and we are the only, authority or association who accept people who doesn't speak in Finnish language, because this was one of my own personal problems once I came to Finland, and that's why we offer you guys, you are more than welcome if you do have at least 2 languages. One of them supposed to be English. So if you don't have a Finnish language or full Finnish language, it's okay. We have already in our team the person who can help you in making reporting, in get in touch with social workers and so on. So we cover this by doing that.
Yeah,
Yes.
and may I add
Yeah, definitely,
also,
Ahmed, you can
because it's not such like an important requirement. That's because we also, as we accept our employees to have a varieties, we also accept any kind of families they need support. Some of them actually they're not comfortable in Finnish as well. So if somebody comfortable in another language, we have some people who are more comfortable in another language. Sure. If that was an English or a Swedish or even Russian or Arabic.
Yeah.
So if we have all the varieties, and this is really help us as all as a team, that we accept everybody and we work with a different kind of creativity or flexibility, let's say.
Yeah, exactly. And so there is also this related to law in Finland, that you need to have a certificate from police that you don't have criminal record, right? When you work with children and young people. So this is what you also demand, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. It's like ABC working in social services or health sector. You should have it at least one time once we start to work, and you have to update it every 6 months.
Yes, this is very well-known fact here in Finland, but I thought if somebody's watching this from online abroad, so they know that this is normal.
That,
yeah,
absolutely.
Exactly. So, okay, at this point, I will tell you, viewers, that you're very welcome to ask some questions in the chat. The chat is open during the whole show, and we will be looking to your questions at the end of the show. And also, we'll be adding very important links related to Migri, for example, which is organizing those like work permits and all these issues. If you have any questions related to taxes, for example, we'll put very useful links on the chat. But now, at this point, we will watch a video about Uusimaa region, and then we will talk more to worker Ahmed here, who is professional family supporter.
Why is Finland the happiest country in the world? We have the sea and nature all around us, especially in Uusimaa and Helsinki region. Take a cruise to the Baltic Sea on a big ship or with a smaller ferry. Clean environment is important to the companies and people, and we invest to a healthier future. Meet others and visit the library, market hall, museums, and cultural events. There's always something to do and people to meet. You have everything you need in Uusimaa region. There are always places where you can find peace and nature within minutes from the city.
Actually, I'm sorry that I forgot to talk about the salary. So we will just before we talk to Ahmed more, we will take a look at the salaries as well. So there will be these collective agreements, what they use here in Finland. And the taxes will be automatically collected from the salaries. But you are using this, what we call yksityisen sosiaalipalvelualan TES, which is one of the collective agreements here. So how is the salary in your company, starting from where and ending from where?
Yeah, as you exactly mentioned, that it's according to the law, our salaries. And in Avun Avain, actually, we do also our own korotus. I don't know how is it by English. Korotus.
Raise, like raise.
Yeah, raise according to your own ability, according to your own also skills. I do have workers who got really they are more satisfied by the tunti balka,
hour-based.
Hour-based work more than the people, for example, who are interested to the monthly. But according to the law, as you see, that it's starting as it says, 2,000, I guess, 100 euros per month as a starting for zero experience years. And
Yes.
definitely we need experienced people, at least 1.5 hours in the field.
Yeah, and it can grow by hour by the experience,
Yeah,
like when you got it raised. So what can it make approximately for 1 hour if you have experience enough? And
let's move this question to Mr. Ahmed, as he already got.
Yeah, well, it depends, of course, on the team. It depends on the experiences and how they are able to help the cases and the people and the families and how they support them. So longer they have experience or more they are flexible and creative because that kind of work, it's not just going by a certain way. It has to have a different ways because you deal with humans and humans need a different kind of interactions. So all of that, of course, it does apply to the person by their own flexibility and their own experiences. Yeah. So more they have a good experience, even if they just started, but they are able to do the task and the job and the goal, then that will be more and more. So yeah, it does start from here, but it goes more and more up to the person, of course, how they handle the work.
One more addition to what Ahmed says, yes, that long ago when I've been working to others, they always, I ask hey, why nobody get raise my salary? And my boss always telling hey, you have to ask. In Finland, you have to ask all the time. We are the only company actually, what we do, we go to the worker himself. Hey, you've been doing really great for the last 3 months. We have the evaluation not by year, by months. Because our case is also by months. So, hey, you've been doing great this last 3 months, and we decided to give you, for example, 5 euros more than what you got per 1 hour. So, and this is actually additional thing what we do, and I loved if I had it before. So now I gave it myself.
Yeah. So if we get to everyday life here in Finland, so this video what we just saw, it was filmed in the summer, and now it's a little cold winter day. But when you came to Finland, how did you first feel and how did you get to know the culture in Finland?
Yeah. Well, it's, of course, at the beginning, anybody, and they might recognize this kind of experience, everything is new, they get full of excitement about everything and want to understand and know more about the culture. But after that, after a little while, then you start to feel the challenges, which is here in the winter, it's quite tough and challenging a little bit. But with the type of our culture and a lot of different people in the cultures also familiar with us, that they kind of feel that it's exciting that you start to learn more how to be more flexible moving on to a complete different place or complete different country with a different culture and trying to find your own path with and challenges that you never faced before, you never even imagined. Or
Yeah,
so it's a kind of a complete new world, but you're trying to make your path into that. So it's quite fascinating as well.
How do you feel about the work-life balance here in Finland if you compare it to like how much people have time for their hobbies and their families after work?
Well, of course, it's here with the work, it kind of gives the people more freedom to do what they can and what they like, and they have more time off and freedom to build their own growth for the other side of work as like in their life. So that's a kind of something that I see it's very positive here in the community as well.
Yeah, and so if we go to your everyday life at the work in Avun Avain, can you tell a little bit about your normal day at work? Like, what do you basically do?
Yeah, here with that things, I of course applied Mr. Rayan about that, because here just to start, I would like to the way to start with the work. They kind of trying to see everybody's ability, and then they try to give them a lot of support the way they choose it, and they give you a support how to treat the worker and try to make him or her to be more creative. So that's how did it start. They help us, me and everybody else, how to see all kind of work and how to be more creative into it. So you could, and instead of being just a manager, actually being leader. It's like how to help people to do their best in the kind of work. So my daily, usually I go and I have the people that I do need to support them, and I try to find a creative way to achieve that goal with different ways, depending on my resources, my ability, and of course the challenges that the other families face, and we're trying to find.
So how many families, for example, do you visit many families during one day?
Well, it depends, of course. You can't, like some families, they need less time and more support in a different ways, and some families need more time to just to focus on one thing. So it is always kind of flexible. It depends on the family. So let's say maybe 3-4 families in a day, but some other families just 2 per day, because they do need a different kind of effort and support. It takes a longer time.
What age groups are they? Also adults that you are helping, or just?
Yes, we deal with all kind of ages, and this is kind of I could refer that more to Mr. Rayan, because it starts from a young age, whoever needs support, until the family and even the parents and the whole family kind of support. And Rayan could explain that more.
Yeah, actually, our age groups is divided to the services. For example, the family worker, we do have 2 services there. One family intensive work, intensive family work, and regular family work, or the family work by law. It's called SHL, اللي social يهول طلعي مقام برهته. And both, actually, like we do have a certain, how I can say it, Ahmed?
A certain way you have to deal with the whole family, as the whole family.
The whole family, yeah. Like if the family have a grandpa, mother, father, and the 2 kids, so they are all our customers in the family work. But in the professional supporting, we do have our own also ages according to it, which is from 7 until forever. And this also changes according to the order, what we receive.
Yeah, exactly.
So it could be individual, it could be the whole family.
That's true.
It could be a part of the family, it could be the whole big family. So
a lot of different cases.
But the ages are all. I considered it all, actually.
Yeah.
We don't have a specific.
yes.
Exactly. So if you describe some personalities, what kind of person you think would be good for this job?
Well, it's a kind of, as our, like the company model, it encourage everybody has the experience, or not even the experience, but they have the studies for the social. And of course, by the law, and they are here resident, of course, they could apply, because all kind of ability and varieties we would like to have, because this is all what we offer. So any kind of opportunity to see that in some different people, they are always welcome. They are welcome to be a part of the team, and we'll be happy to.
Yes, okay. This is such an important matter that we could talk about this all day, but now because time is running, we will take a look at the chat questions that you have sent to us. So, there has been some pre-sent questions here. Obviously, it has been an interesting topic. So there is somebody asked with the nickname Joyos as a pre-sent question, do I need Finnish language to be a family worker? Well, this is what we already talked about.
We already answered to this question.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, but to refer it quite quickly, yes and no. Some families they would need that, some other families not. So it depends, but everybody is welcome, of course, to be aboard.
Yes, and then there is Teresa asking how long it takes to get a job offer from a company in Finland. Do they accept any field of specific areas? What are the areas usually that employ foreigners?
Oh, I don't have an answer for this question actually.
But we can talk about the company and the company here. If we could refer that question to our field and for all kind of social services, everybody is, of course, and they do not need to have certain experiences. It depends on the person, but we always support them and help them. Yeah. So if it's on the field, they're always welcome to come, even if Finnish language, it's not must. For us, but we accept all.
Yes. Also, Ahmed is asking, what are the challenges that usually face new employees at the beginning of their career in Finland as a family worker or personal supporter? Is there any type of discrimination in the work life in Finland in general? And any advices or points you see would be beneficial for job seekers regarding this matter? Thank you in advance. So what are the challenges you face in the beginning of your career?
Yeah, I may say here, of course, for the people or who have the companies and they want to bring more teams with foreigners, we kind of see that it will be with some challenges for a company owner, like anybody. It will be a kind of challenge to bring a foreigner who does not understand maybe the language or the culture that much. But actually, I would like to refer that's one of our strength area. Is that when we bring a different kind of cultures, like a multicultural, it will allow us to be more flexible to deal with people who have different cultures with their own way. So actually, the job, the companies who are trying to bring people and kind of not making sure or not seeing that the foreigners, they could add more. Actually, it is our strength. They add more to us, make us like more special in our work and add more. So it's the way of seeing that with that more balance. That's why I would advise everybody to see it in that way too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Then there is...
Can I take the other part of the same question?
Yes, of course. Yes, yes,
specifically for the discrimination.
Yeah, discrimination, yes.
Yeah, I guess you missed it. But actually...
it's okay.
Yeah, actually, I suggest for him, the one who asking about this discrimination, to check the latest EU reports about Finland as like how they deal with racism and so on. Because, you have to be ready for that, definitely.
It happens. Unfortunately, But we're all trying to fight against discrimination.
And actually, one of the big fights, what we do have, as Ahmed referred, that Avun Avain is doing that. We're doing that. We are actually the only ones who migrant-based company, let's say it this way, in this field. So we're trying really our best to show also our profession in different professionals in Finland, like in different positions.
Yes.
Not only specific areas.
Yeah. And so now we thank you all for the questions, and we will still take a few minutes after the broadcast to answer some of the questions. And yeah, the conversation can still go on for a little while, a few minutes after the broadcast. But thank you for your questions. Okay, so now I really thank you for visiting our studio, but I do have one more last question to you, because we have coming up European Job Days on 20th of March. And it's an online event, and you have also heard about it, and you got interested in European Job Days. So what do you want to say to job seekers in foreign countries that are planning to participate in European Job Days?
Okay, definitely the European Day job is really a good channel, let's may say it this way, because it's make it true that EU countries together. Actually, this is one of the best projects, what I heard like long time, that you are able as a citizen of any EU country to join Finland, and we need you, definitely, especially in Avun Avain. We want you, we want your experience, we want your diversity too, and this event is really going to achieve such, and definitely you will see me there, so I will be watching anyone, all of you.
I'm so glad to hear that.
Yeah, definitely.
So, shukran, thank you so much for visiting.
Thank you for hospitality, and
yes.
And good luck for everybody, of course.
Yes, exactly. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so if you are interested in these jobs, we put a link to the chat, and there you can find the job ad. And this ad is in Finnish, but if you want to have any information, for example, in English or in Arabic about this job, you can just scroll down the page, and there you will find the contact information. And we will also put all the contact information in the chat. I'm very glad that you followed our broadcast today, and now we will leave you to a video which is a little advertising about the European Job Days, which is coming up. Shukran, ma salam.
What is an EOJD? European Online Job Days is an EU initiative run by the EURES network through the European Online Job Day platform. The goal is to match job seekers from one European country with employers from another through on-site and online recruitment events across Europe for free. If you are a job seeker, you can search for jobs across Europe in a variety of sectors. Upload your CV, apply to job offers, and schedule interviews with employers. Thanks to the live-streamed presentations and video chat tools, you will be able to attend an event from your own home or office. If you are an employer, you will be able to attend multiple job fairs, publish your job vacancies, get access to thousands of CVs, and invite suitable candidates to an online or on-site job interview on the day of the event. Whether you are a job seeker or an employer, create your free account now and take advantage of the next European Online Job Day. Every year, there are around 35 EOJDs organised across Europe that give you the chance to find work anywhere in Europe. Search, find, match.